James Andre is covering those talks for us. He joins me now from west of Paris. James, so if these two leaders do indeed sign a deal on a ceasefire and elections, would that mean that Libya is on the road to reunification?
Well, that's obviously the objective of the international community here. This is what people are trying to achieve, including Emmanuel Macron, who does hope in the first step that there could be a ceasefire, that there could be collaboration, a political roadmap, eventually elections in the beginning of 2018. But obviously, all that is, there needs to be some constructive dialogue in this castle behind me before any of that can actually happen. The objective is, for starters, to get a common communique by these two men who are indeed until now not working together. Now, it's important to note that Khalifa Haftar until now has been overlooked by Western diplomats in this Libyan crisis. But recently, with a lot of military gains, including the oil crescent in Libya, as well as the fact that he's taken control of Benghazi, well, he has become one of the very major players in this Libyan crisis. The thing is, for the international communities, he is a military person, and they would like to see a civilian government take control in Libya. The idea, of course, would be to make sure that he does have a role, to have something inclusive with him. But the problem is there are a lot of resistances, including inside the country. For example, the powerful militias that control the city of Misrata are absolutely opposed to any role for Khalifa Haftar, and he himself is a staunch opponent to any form of Islamist government. So indeed, it is a very complicated equation that the fourth man in that room is going to have to try and solve, and that is Ghassan Salameh. He is the new special envoy of the UN to try and solve the Libyan conflict. And, well, this is potentially a good start if indeed both men do agree to issue a common draft.
James, why is it that France is so keen to be a part of solving the conflict in Libya?
Very early on in Macron's agenda, very high on his agenda, ever since he was elected, there has been Libya. Why? Because Libya is just on the other side of the Mediterranean to Europe. Libya is looking more and more like a failed state, but it is a key player as far as immigration is concerned. Migrants coming from sub-Saharan Africa that cross Libya, find themselves on the coast and then board these boats bound for Italy. And as we know, that is quite a major catastrophe at the moment in the Mediterranean. And there are other issues as well, such as terrorism. A lot of the weapons of the former Gaddafi rule have found their way to Islamist militants. That is a big problem that needs to be solved, including in the Sahel. As you know, France has Operation Barkhane ongoing in that region to try and stabilize it. And of course, Libya has an important role to play. And at last, of course, there is the situation with the oil, which, of course, is very problematic at the moment. There is practically no production as far as Libya is concerned. And basically, the idea is to restore the rule of law, restore peace, but indeed solve these two problems, terrorism and migrants.
Thank you very much, James.